signs that shows that he or she is not the right partner for you. So today I'll be sharing signs and dreams that indicate that she or he is not the right partner for you. But before I get started, I want to use this opportunity to say a very big thank you. This is also an appreciation post to all my subscribers. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Seeing how far we have come from the last few years that we have not even gotten anywhere, and this year has been a lot of improvements. I must say a very big thank you to you guys, because without you guys I will not be here. So it's a very big privilege for me to have you guys in my platform. I really do appreciate you guys and I love you guys. So today I'll be sharing very vital information. Yes, it's very vital. Let me say, take me as your spiritual guide, an advantage to know what goes beyond your life when you're in a weak life. Just take me as an advantage. Why I say that is because so many just wake up and they just start their day without, nurturing more on what that day will become. Do you know that when you wake up each and every day, that there is a gift God has given to every man, which is dream, to know what exactly you need to do for your life, which steps you need to take, even when you are in danger. You will have all those signs, you will have all those dreams, but it's for you to capture them. It's for you to observe them, and it's for you to know when to strike and when not to strike. So today I'll be sharing this vital information, and before I also speak on this information, I want you to believe that whatever you see me do today, I am not, having doubts of it. So many of it I have experienced signs and dreams that shows that he or she is not the right partner for you. Number one, when you are so prone to sin. Yes. Let's take, for example, you met a guy and you fell in love. Let's say love at first sight. But there is this moral and virtue that has been guiding you all through your life. And then all of a sudden you see yourself diverted from these morals. Don't get me wrong. You begin to, venture more on things that exposes you to danger. You begin to venture more on things that exposes you to sin. It's either you're doing this or you're doing that. Meeting a new person in your life. Everyone wants someone that improves them. Everyone wants a better person, someone that will make them better than they were. Everyone wants someone that cherishes them, someone that always gives them that satisfaction, and someone that draws them close to God. I don't know about you, but don't get me wrong. Then you meet this person, all of a sudden you begin to, become more exposed to danger than safety. You understand? It's either you're smoking weed today, he will tell you, oh, don't worry about it, it's nothing, it's just something to try out new, be exposed, feel free and all that. Then you begin to go to parties like nightclubs, you begin to, even abort, you begin to commit abortion. But this is normally not you. You have those moral virtues that makes you a better person. But ever since you've met this guy, it's either you're smoking weed, or you're helping him cover his mess, or you are aborting, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. And deep inside you is eating you up. But for some reasons, because you have sex, you have sexual intercourse, which is very deep, and make you confused, because that is all it will do for you at that moment until you get into that marriage. Then your eyes will be open to see the reality. So when you have this kind of person in your life, you need to recheck and check again. Is this what you want for yourself? Is this truly what kind of the life you really want to live? Is this the angle you want to dive in? Are you ready to take that risk for yourself? So you ask yourself the vital questions. Please do not ignore the red signs in relationship. They will eat you up. It's either you're left divorced or your life is gone. So when you see the sign, this is number one. Number two, he will begin to draw you away from God. Yes, number two sign and dream that he or she is not the right partner for you. He'll begin to draw you away from God. Why I say that is because so many girls or young ladies who are aspiring to be married, you see more light when you draw close to God. All those times you have been hovering around the world, Nothing good is coming because of what? You're with the wrong person in your life. Exactly. It's because you have not met that person that will, teach you something vital in your life. A wise man will always tell you the truth and the right path to follow. But when you meet the wrong persons in your life, what do they have to offer? They only come to destroy. They only ruin you. They will not even allow you to shine. That is the most important thing. They will never allow you to shine. The same way he draws you away from God is the same way it will be easy for him to let you go out of his life and find someone else. It's the same way he will let your destiny be destroyed and find someone else. It's the same way he will never value anything you do for him. Because who cherishes God and understand that God says, you the man is the leader, you the man is the protector, you the man will love your woman just as Christ loves the church. If he does not understand that, he will never take care of you. If he draws you away from God, believe me, that man is not the right man for you. Yes, I said so, right? Because he will not have the conscience to treat you right. He will not have the conscience to make you beloved. He will not even have the conscience to bring out the light, that beauty in you. He won't have the conscience to do that. He will not be a leader in your life. So when you have anyone that draws you away from God, rather than bringing you more close to God than you were before, please have a rethink about that relationship. You need to think twice again. Is this really what you want? When things go rough, when things go so bad, what is your next step? What will you do? What life will be of you guys when you eventually have kids and have that home you're dreaming of? Will this person be the right man to protect your home and lead you to a safe place? 3 is not arriving at the destination of the wedding. For let's say that you're about to get married and in your dream, you always have this dream because this guy has proposed to you, right? But in your dream, you always see that each and every time you're about to, let's say that there's a marriage proposal or introduction, and in your dream, you see yourself that on your way to that arena, on your way to the location, something happened, you did not reach there. So you did not eventually get married to him. Or that you were preparing for your wedding and on that day you were not able to make it to the wedding hall. You were not able to make it to the church. There is always a bridge in between. Please, my dear, this is an advice from Beverly to you. You have to have a big rethink on that marriage. You need to have a big rethink on that relationship. You need to consult God. And when I mean consult God, you need to watch out for the red signs. Because God is not man, and the only way God speaks to man is through dreams. So when God exposes this thing in a dream, don't ever neglect it. I personally would tell you for good, don't ever neglect it. Marriage is not a child's play. The devil knows about this, and that is the reason why there is high rate of divorce in the society. He understands that the two important things that human loves is relationship and money. And if you see many men, when they chase money a lot and couldn't find money, they will go back to finding a woman to marry, because women, they know, bring luck when you meet the right partner. Women bring luck to the partner. So if you ever is about to get married, or you are in a serious relationship with someone, and each and every time you dream about not reaching to your wedding destination, or not reaching to the location where they are going to introduce your husband, you're going to introduce your husband to your people, there is always a bridge in between. It's God speaking to you. He's saying that man, that woman is not your right partner. You need to wait. My time is the best. Focus more on the things that are worth it, because at the long run, if you eventually get married to that man, and then you begin to see all those signs, then you start crying. Then you will now begin to remember this dream interpretation you saw today that you maybe forgot to, note down, observe, or you neglected and say, oh, they have started talking again. Then you begin to remember it. When a young girl, a young woman was saying, please do not neglect this. It's a very important dream. I will tell you 100% it's a very important dream. Please Do not neglect it. God is saying something to you. This person might be a ritualist and you don't know. This person might just be someone that will not take care of you. Might not be someone that will allow you actualize your dreams. This person might be someone that will frustrate you and keep frustrating you till you die. Marriage is a very strict and a very secret covenant between God and man. And when you have this covenant, it's hard to go back. Number four is that in your relationship, you always fight. Yes, you never reach an agreement. Relationship is supposed to be mutual. There is always this love in between. What I mean is either he apologizes or you apologize. In every relationship, there should be a fight. There's always a fight. But do you guys have safety arguments? What I mean safety arguments, where you understand where this person is coming from and where he or she also understands where you're coming from. And there is no way that you two can bond together if there is no understanding, if there is no communication and safety arguments. Because whenever you guys fight and it's always violence, and then tomorrow he will buy you flowers, the next day he will send money to you, and the following day he will sex you, and the next day he will take you on a trip to apologize for beating you. There is always a battle you're fighting. There's always a fight. It's either this or that. Even one second piece you have, you'll be wondering, okay, what's next? You can imagine that. You are still in a relationship, but each and every time you're fighting with that woman, you're fighting with that man, and you want to end up marrying him because he has looked round left sector and see that you're the only one that can control and contain his bullshit, that can contain all his wrongdoings, and he will keep doing it to you and keep doing it to you. But for you yourself, you have these instincts that always, cross in between anytime he does it. Each and every time there is a battle you're fighting, each and every time there is a fight in between you guys. And at the end of it, you always be the one going on your knees. You always be the one crying. You always be the one at the loss. But for some reason, at the time you're in a relationship, you always use flower, money, gifts, trips to cover it up. My sister, my brother, one day the money for those trips will not be there. When you enter that marriage, the money for those things will not be there. One day it will not be there. Then your eyes will be open and be clear to you that you are in a serious danger, that you're in a serious doom. And remember, when you make this mistake, it's going to be a hell on earth. At that moment, you see that you're in a serious danger. Because the moment you say you want to break free, the moment even you say you want to divorce, you might end up dead. Why I say that? Because when you are already in a violent relationship, what will happen when you're in a marriage? That's what you have to ask yourself. When you are already in a violent relationship, what will happen when you are married? The moment you open your eyes that you want to run out, that you're no longer safe, he might just, out of anger, out of anxiety, out of rage, might want to end you. And that will be the end of your story. The next one is when you see yourself being naked. Why I included this is because a sign of being naked in a dream, the symbol means disgrace. It means shame. Yes. So when you're in a relationship with this person, you always see yourself naked. Either you're naked bathing outside your house, you're naked bathing outside your former compound, like the former place you have been living, you're bathing there. Or you are preparing for a marriage, you're preparing for a wedding, and all of a sudden you see yourself bathing naked outside. It's a very serious sign that God is showing you. Do not neglect it. Do not say, this one I'm bathing outside. Be like, say, I don't get petrol for house again. So please, look out for the signs in this dream. When you see yourself naked, bathing, when you're about preparing to get married to someone or in a relationship, you always dream about where you are naked, bathing outside, bathing, or where you're naked, not being covered with clothes. He's saying that there's a huge disgrace that is going to come your way. And there is a huge disgrace and shame that is going to do what? Come to your relationship if you're not careful.